Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a good week. And if you're not, I hope that everything gets better for you. First, I want to say thank you to all of you who have been supportive of this channel. Those of you who have commented on some of my videos and given me encouragement. Those of you who have liked the video, and those of you who have subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate all of you. And of course, I also appreciate my viewers as well. I'm thankful that people are watching. So one thing I like to do in the beginning of the video is bring a positive message to you. And last time I used this oracle deck of mine called The Soul's Journey. They're lesson cards by James Van Praagh. I think I'm saying that right. I hope I'm saying that right. And the card that I pulled this time is called Abundance. And the card says, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. And then there is a passage in the book that gives you a little more detail. And it says, always remember that you are God, and God is all about creation. God says yes. The ego says no. In order to have abundance in all areas of your life, you must create the space of receiving and know that you are deserving of anything your heart desires. The more you can release limited thinking and worry, the more open you are to receiving the infinite flow of the universe. Allow yourself to have fun when manifesting what you want in life and enjoy the process. By embracing a positive mindset, you are opening the door to unexpected abundance. It is natural to have abundance in your life, and you must realize that any thoughts of limitedness may have come from either a past life or a life condition you have chosen to overcome. They could also originate from programming that you received from the environment you grew up in and the value systems you were taught when you were young. Now is the time to begin to live with the realization that you are worthy of having abundance in every aspect of your life. When you are in the vibration of receiving, you can manifest whatever you desire in this physical reality. I'm not sure who that one was for, but I know it was for someone. And I just want to talk a little bit about that too, because that's something that I got kind of really interested in a few years ago, was law of attraction and manifestation and stuff like that. I don't know if any of you have ever seen the movie The Secret, but it's really interesting. And I've actually watched it a few different times. Some people are like on the fence with it, and some people really believe in it. I actually believe that whatever someone says is reality for them, it is true. And the people who were in that movie, The Secret, they talked about how the law of attraction helped bring them whatever it was that they were trying to manifest in their lives, whether it been a house or a career or a person like that they fell in love with, or money, or some other form of a manifestation that they were working on. And that movie stuck with me. Yeah, I think it was like made in 2008 or something, but it's still something that's pretty relevant, I think. And there are other teachers and gurus who have piggybacked off of The Secret. And I think I'm trying to remember her name. Rhonda Byrne is her name. She's the one who came up with the idea for The Secret. And she also has like a bunch of books that you can read about basically how to manifest things in your life and the law of attraction and stuff. I'm wondering if any of you are interested in that, and if you have any of your own experiences that you'd like to share. I would love to hear from you if that's the case, or you can point me to different videos that you've seen on YouTube that talk about the law of attraction or manifestation, because I can go deep into a rabbit hole when it comes to stuff like that. I just like to learn about it because it's so interesting to me about how powerful we are in our minds. Our minds are so powerful, and we can do so much with just our minds. Well, that's really what I'm learning. And a lot of times, I don't think that we understand how powerful we truly are, because we've been bogged down with the heaviness of life itself. And then on top of that, we've been taught certain doctrines that just make us shut certain parts of our brain down and only think a certain way. it's wild to me how I think that we are so powerful and we can do so much, but a lot of us don't believe in ourselves. And that's like the biggest killer of, I would say, manifestations or even progress or success. Like it's the biggest killer of any of those things is your belief system. And that's another thing I'm learning too. There's this guy named Joe Dispenza who talks about the power of the mind. And then also there's another guy named Bashar, or he goes by Bashar, but really he's channeling. And Bashar talks about our belief system and how if you want to change your current situation, if where you're at right now is not where you want to be, you can basically jump timelines and be the version of you that you aspire to be. And it doesn't mean like you just sit around and meditate on it and it'll just happen. It means you have to start with changing your belief system, because wherever you are currently and whatever it is that you're thinking about currently, that's giving you your current reality. And once you start to like change those beliefs and start working at it and making it a habit and giving yourself grace about it, you will see your reality start to shift. And sometimes it can be almost immediately. The only reason why I feel so compelled to talk about this is because I was a victim. I wouldn't even say a victim. I was in a victim mindset, but I was a part of that pool of lost souls who just didn't believe in myself. And I would beat myself up with words, and I would always put what someone else says higher on the totem pole than what I believed. So then I would then put all of my trust and all of my belief in someone outside of myself. And that can be so damaging, especially if you're dealing with people who don't care about you. But I digress about that one. I'm just going to say that, yeah, it took me a long time to get to where I am now, and I'm not perfect, but I definitely feel like I've come a long way. And a big teacher in my life about all of this is someone on YouTube that I used to watch named Abraham Hicks. And she and her husband would go and speak to people about how basically we control our own reality. And it really starts with you. And you have to kind of like work through your stuff. So it's not always going to be like a 3-step thing that you can do and boom, you made a change. It's you really have to work at it. And I mean, like, everyone's different. But for me, for an example, in order for me to start seeing changes in my reality, I had to be consistent with affirmations. So for an example, the moment I woke up, because you guys know I am a mom, and when the little one is around, it's really kind of hard to like listen to your own thoughts or kind of zone out or meditate. So the only time that I found that I had like quiet time or time to like sit with my spirit and just take things in was when I would wake up. The moment I would wake up out of sleep in the morning and I peel my eyes open, I would immediately start repeating in my head, I am strong, I am powerful, I am smart, I am kind, I am loving. And then I would keep repeating those sentences. And then as I would get to a point where it was like, cool, I feel these things, like I actually am these things, I started adding more sentences and more sentences. And for me, it took maybe a month. I would do it every day. I would say it every single morning. And then even sometimes like throughout the day, like if you run to the bathroom, and you don't have to say it out loud, I would say it in my head. But what you're doing is you're training your brain to start thinking a certain way. And it helps when you can say it out loud, because then you're hearing yourself say it. And some people even record themselves saying it and just listen to the recording of their voice saying the sentences over and over and over and over again to affirm to their subconscious what's going on, or to affirm to their subconscious what they should be thinking. And apparently there's been so much research done in this area I can go on and on and on about this. I didn't mean to really go off on a tangent like that, but I just get really excited about these topics because I've seen things like this work and it's worked in my own life, and I'm just happy to share it. That's all. But moving on to what you're watching here, this is a build that I did a couple months ago, and the style of the build, or I should say the structure, was taken from this website that I found where they build like Florida houses. And I literally just went on the site like before I started the video to check and see if it was still on there so that I could add a picture. But unfortunately, the house is not still on there because it's been a few months. So if I remember, I will still put the link in the description so that you can click on it, but regardless, the house is not going to be there. It's just the site where I got it from. And everything that you see me putting in the house, like as far as the windows, the colors, the color scheme, all of that, the way that things are structured and positioned, everything was taken directly from the demo photos that were on the website. That's why I'm super bummed that it's not on there, because then you could compare and see how close it looks to being exact. But yeah, this is I want to say 4-bedroom, 1-story house, and 2 of the bedrooms have a Jack and Jill bathroom. I think my favorite part of this house is the kitchen area, because it's got like an open style kitchen, which a lot of kitchens in Florida are like. And the one thing I didn't necessarily like was that a lot of the paint and exterior, well, the exterior is fine, but a lot of the paint on the inside was mostly just white, so everything looks vanilla. But that's all right, because I'm going to actually post a furnishing video of this house, because I'm using this house for a character in my new series called Divine Timing. So if you haven't watched it yet, go ahead and click on it if you're curious about it. I see that a lot of you have, and I'm very, very excited for the second episode that's coming up shortly. But yeah, this is going to be one of the characters' houses that's in that show that I created, and I will furnish it, and we're probably going to throw some paint in there, bunch of furniture, and decor it up, and you'll see. I know I spent most of this video talking about law of attraction and manifestation, but like I said, it excites me, and that's just me. That's who I am. So here you go. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, that's okay. I think I'm gonna wrap it up, but I will talk to you guys the next time, and I hope you have a lovely week ahead.